So today I'm making a video on something that a lot of people who use Roux find difficult, and it definitely is something difficult. It's the recognition of the 3-cycle case for 4C. So that's something like this, where you have 3 edges that you have to switch around. A lot of people find recognition for this difficult, and I do too, actually. Up until recently, like very recently, yesterday, I would still make mistakes during solves. So like for this case, instead of doing M prime U2, MU2, I would do M2, U2, M, U2, M, and then I'd have to correct that. So my solve would be significantly slower than if I looked at the right one. And yesterday, while doing slow solves, I discovered something pretty cool, and it helped me a lot. So I'll just be going over some older techniques as well as the thing I found yesterday. So, what you have to do to predict the 3-cycle is before you insert your LR edges, you'll see these two will not be the same. So you'll have like diagonal matching. So when you insert it, you have to predict which sticker is going to be on the back. So I know I'm going to align this with a U. So I remember that's red. Okay, that's red. So I do a U. Now from this position, you're going to be able to figure out which case it is. Now the reason we look at this one is because these three and these 3 stickers on front don't give you enough information to actually know for sure which case it is. It will tell you the one of 2 cases that it can be, but it will not tell you exactly which case it is. So now that we know that's red, I know that I have to do a U2 M prime U2 M to solve it. And the reason that is because I know this is red, so this is the red white edge. These two are yellow, this is orange. This is red, so that tells me the orange white is in the back right here, which it is. The opposite center to yellow is white. So I know these two are white, this back one is orange, and the center in the back is orange because orange is opposite to red. So I know whatever I do, I will not be doing an M2 because I don't want to break this. Now, the reason I know to do a U2 and not an M prime is because, oh yeah, before I say that, we have this block, so I know I don't do an M because we never want to break that, and I don't do an M2 because that would bring it to the top, and we don't want to break that. So the reason I know to do a U2 and not an M prime is because we saw this is red-white, and you always want to twist around the piece that is unique. What I mean by that is this red-white right here. This is red, this is white. It's completely different from everything on these 2 sides. Everything here is yellow, everything here is orange. There's just this random trash. Like, what is this? Red? This whole side's orange. This needs to go. But do you twist it this way or this way? And that's why you have to figure out where the block is. So from this position, you think red, white. Oh, this is yellow, this is orange. So where's the block? If this is red, white, then I know this isn't red, white. So this isn't the block, so this is the block in the back. So do U2. So that's a pretty easy example because the centers are all in their positions, and the unique piece is actually really easy to find because in the top layer and you know what it is. It gets difficult when the unique piece is this one or this one, because this one you at least see half of it, you see 1 sticker, and you look at these 2, obviously this sticker is going to either be the same as this or this. Actually not necessarily. So usually you're going to be able to figure out what this is pretty quickly. But this one, you know nothing about it. So you're going to have to think, okay, this, what's this one, what's this center? So I discovered something, well not discovered, but found a cool trick. If you just look at this is red, this is orange. What you can also do, so you know this is the unique piece because we just figured that out. Whenever these are opposite, these are orange and red, you either do an M2 or you do nothing and you do a U2. So in this case, we know we have to do a U2 because this is the unique case, and then the rest is obvious. So now I'll do another example. So here, before inserting the LR edges, we see this is red. So M2U, remembering that's red, the unique piece is right in front of us, and these 2 are opposite. So we know we have to turn around the unique piece, so we either have to do a U2 or M prime U2, But since this was red and these two are opposite, we either have to do an M2 or a U2. But this is the unique piece in front of us, so we know it's a U2. Another example right here. So let's take out the LR edges. So we see while we insert them, we have to do a U. So once again, this is orange, and we remember that. M2U. Okay, orange, orange. Now, since they're the same color, when these two match, you do an M prime or an M. And if I do an M prime, then I'm going to break this block, so I don't want to do an M prime. So since they're the same color, it's either M prime or M, so we've already figured out it's not M prime, so we know it's M. And the rest is obvious. Let's do a few more here. This is similar to the last case. I think it's the mirror or something like that, but take out the other edges. Actually, I'll do it the other way now. So now we have the green in front, so this is the BU sticker. So we predict what it's going to be. Red. Okay, so red, red. So we know we either have to do M or M prime. But if you look at it for a quick second, you see this is red, white, and center opposite to orange is red. So we don't want to break this, so we know we aren't doing M, and this is the unique piece. Actually, two things give us the clue that we have to do M or M prime. Oh, wait. Now that I think about it, you don't even have to think about the centers. So we saw that this is red, white, and this is red, yellow. So we know this is the unique piece, and this red matches that red. So we're either doing an M prime or an M. But if we do an M, then we're no longer turning around the unique piece, so we have to do M prime. I'll do another one. Okay, this one right here. This is the inverse of the case I showed 2 times ago. So inserting the LR edges, remember that's orange. Okay, orange is opposite to red. So we either do U2 or M2. But for this case, this is the first case I've shown that you have to actually think about the centers. So we know we either have to do a U2 or an M2 U2. So red, orange, that's what tells us that we have to do U2 or M2. And think about this center is red, back center is orange. So this is not the unique piece. So now we've ruled out that it's not U2, so it's going to be M2. And the rest is obvious. Let's do another one here. Okay, this one. This is one of the cases that I struggled with for the longest time, and I would always mess this one up. So I think this is really important because there's a lot of stuff you can't see from the front. There's no unique piece. You can't see the block. There's just a lot of stuff going on, a few things to think about. So inserting LR edges, remember that's orange. Okay, orange. Orange is opposite to red. So this is not the unique piece. This is not the unique piece because orange is matching in the back. And orange is opposite to red. Opposites means either U2 or M2. We know we're not doing U2 because neither of these two are the unique piece, so it's M2. And the rest is obvious. Now I'll do the inverse of that. Or no. What did I do? Oh yeah, this is the inverse of that. So this time we have red there. So red, red, so it's matching, so it's either M or M prime. But this is already matching here, so we know this is not the unique piece because it has a matching thing. And we know this is the unique piece now, so we ruled out that it's not M. And since it's red, red, it's either M or M prime. So it's not M, so it has to be M prime. And the rest is obvious. So now, it's a 9-minute video already, but I think this is an important topic. And I think this is a really cool system I found. So I'll just do an example. Luckily, I got one of the cycle cases. So right, inserting these, that's orange. This is red. Remember that. Do it. Okay, orange, red. This is the block. We don't want to break it. So orange, red. Opposites, you do U2 or M2. And since this is the block, we know we don't want to break it, so we're not doing U2. So one option left, it's M2. U2, and then easy. So I hope that helped you guys with recognizing the 3-cycle and just knowing not to break the block, predicting BU, locating the unique piece, and finding out whether this is opposite or the same to the back sticker. So if it's opposite, it's either U2 or M2, and if it's the same, it's either M prime or M. So with those four, I guess, techniques, you can easily, quickly, and efficiently recognize the recycle.